This is Vistra Corporation, a utilities company. Thank you to Trader Murat for pointing it out. I wanted to take a look at it on the 5-minute, the daily, the weekly, and the monthly timeframes to see where we are headed. But first, your price targets for Tuesday. We ended the week at 166.60. To the north side takes us to the middle of the trend and the baseline, and one level of resistance and a potential take profit area at 171.31. Above that, this gap closes out at 180.05. Two standard deviations takes us to roughly 181.89. This is also another level of resistance and a potential take profit area, as well as this line that will also act as resistance. Many levels of resistance on the way up and on the way down between -2 and 2 SD. 3 SD takes us to 187.18, and don't hold your breath for price to get to this level on Tuesday, but perhaps down the road, 192.31. To the south side, another level of support, 160.89, 155.68, and 150.31. This gap closes out at let's see if I can hit it. Oh, okay, let's delete that. I have to remove my magnet. Let's extend this out and then mark it. So it aligns up with -4 SD. Okay, and looking left, you can see this area, clear buy signal, and it lines up with being oversold. And then, oops, we ripped to the north side as we go up. This is resistance, 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 and then we fell back down. And when he told me about this, the price was at 172.58, and then we got to this level of resistance. All right, and now we're just hitting, we might go sideways and then roll over, but this is already starting to turn down on the 5. So obviously you have to check out the different time frames to give you different buy and sell signals, which I'm going to do right now. And looking left, you can see if you play patterns, here's your W, and this is your clear buy signal, as well as here. This is one level, and then the next level, obviously it went down, and that's what happens. You go for it, and then it falls back down, and then obviously a reversal happens because it's not going to continue just to fall, fall, fall without doing something. Otherwise, it would not be in business. So your clear sell signal here, grinding sideways, and then that is resistance, and then logically it is hitting. Let me move this out of the way. Here, but didn't quite touch that line. Sometimes it never does, but you know that it's going to be there soon, that there will be a reversal. And then look at this institutional basing here. It opened up on May 2017, all this basing consolidating, big institutions buying, and then we ripped to the upside. So from here to this level was a, see if I can get it right on the wick, and to about there. That's a 137% return. So congrats if you played the long game and you got in. So he says it's a strong buy, it's undervalued, KTOS is overvalued, and let me look at the price targets. 240.06 is the next one. That represents a 44% return, but that's up here. The minimum is 191, and then the max 293. So that is fantastic if you can stomach the ups and downs. And he said it's a strong buy. I also checked it out on tip ranks, and here, according to 10 analysts, they have 293 as the high, and the average is 239. 239, close to 240 there. I'm sure the people on tip ranks come on to TradingView and, put their 2 cents in. All right, that's the daily. Let's take a look at the weekly. Oops. Okay, and to the north side, that will be 215. To the south side, 149.47. The RSI looks like it's starting to go down a little. I forgot to tell you on the daily, I forgot to give you the price targets. So the window, the channel to the north side takes us to 193.34, and then to the south side, 147 for the ultimate pullback. But definitely to 150, that's the pullback to watch out for. The opportunity gap, the landmine to the south side if you'd like to go short. And we are in an upward channel on the daily. On the weekly, we're still in an upward channel, but this is starting to roll a little bit. And then on the monthly, it's starting to go up. But look, we were overextended and then we fell. All right, that is it. And then he told me about VRT, which I did a video on. So I checked it out at 170.93, and then we had a gap to the upside. Let me turn on the magnet. Come on, baby, there we go. And to the south side, that will take us to 170. This is just a recap. So from here to here is, I gotta turn off the magnet, but for a 4% return in one day. But it's even higher because the wick. I have to turn off the magnet to get it up there, but you get the idea. So on the 5, the RSI is turning up. We are in an upward channel for VRT. That does it for me. That is a look at VST, Vistra, and I forgot to do one other thing. Oh, I want to mention that when, I got to take this back to the daily. When Marat talked about this ticker, I don't know at what price level he purchased, so he's just letting me know about it. Oh my goodness, I have to go back to the daily. Let's see if it gets closer. Oh yeah, there we go. So we were up here, but that's only because he made a comment at this moment. I'm sure he was tracking this at different levels, and that was a buy right here. So that would have been awesome to get in on the 5-minute, but there are other opportunities. And you know what? I want to do one more just while I'm here. Let's go. You know what? I'm going to go over the worst ticker, CEG, the bottom of the list for Vanguard's Total Stock Market Index Fund. They dumped 9, and I like looking at pullbacks. Could there be more? Of course. But because we got slammed down, that's going to be a gap to the upside, and that will take us to, I'll change the, yeah, well, what the heck, I'll just do it now. Okay, so we're at 307.71. So what happened? Constellation Energy, current price levels leave no room for error. Stands out simply because of its hardware. Okay, well, current price levels leave no room for error. That's the dumbest thing ever. That's just somebody trying to get you out. Okay. You could say that about any company, okay, for the bottom line. All right, so 307.71. That's one level of resistance. 314.34, take profit area as well. This is also resistance, 322.25, 335.73. This gap closes at that price, 347.01 and 357.45 down the road. We are in a downward channel. And another level of support, 292.61, 281.50, 270.38. Now, just for giggles, because it's been forever since I looked at this. So the last time I looked at this, price was at 273.82. So we're grinding along the middle of the trend, hit resistance, your clear sell signal, sold off, and then we did it again. That was your second opportunity to get out and lock in the profits. And oh look, he told me about, oh, he talked about, Murat talked about, oops, this in 2024. Yeah, I've tracked this for a long time, and then I stopped because, I don't know, he didn't talk about it, I didn't talk about it. I get lazy, go on to other things. But congrats if you made some money off of this. I have to clean up the gaps to the south side, and I will do that. See, we went down to 200 here, and that was an expected move. Down to $200 right there. That was roughly on March 25th. So that's done. Yeah, I'll clean these two up. But, oh, look at this. We've got gaps to the south side for the ultimate reversal here. So watch out on this one. But obviously, you know, it's a pullback to go higher up again. And what is 409 is the big picture price. So 342 and then 481 as well. That does it for me. Have a great trading week.